This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 14. I want to go over some things on here, how the scribes are literally serving you a plate of crap and you're eating that crap up whole as if it is the truth. And Messiah warned us, okay, the Father warned us, Jeremiah 8:8, that the scribes have turned his law into a lie in books. People love to use this that know that Paul is not the truth, but they just think it ends there. Like we have the true law. No, it doesn't end there. This happened before Paul even hit the scene. Messiah came to reveal those things that were hidden. Matthew chapter 13:35. Okay, Psalms chapter 78:2. And what was hidden? His law. They turned his law into a lie. This is why you'll never see Messiah telling you, oh well, go ahead and go ham on some beef ribs tonight, but just don't touch the pork ribs. Or go ahead and have a plate of I don't know, turkey legs tonight, but don't touch the bacon. He never taught that because those were what the scribes turned into a lie. Now, what he did say was not to eat things that were killed and not to eat things that were plundered, which means torn apart or beaten. These are plundered. It has to do with life. I'm not talking about vegetables because I know the devil will try to sneak his way in there. No, these are things with the breath of life and the soul. And the plants don't have the breath of life and don't have the soul before the devil even tries to creep in that way. So anyway, let me back up and read this just so you know there's been a few words misspelled and added to this that don't match the Codex Sinaiticus, but I'm going to read it as is right here. But I have against you, I think this like few or things, not sure, that have here holding the teachings Balaam, who teach Balak to cast. No, this is like to put a stumbling block. Okay, this is stumbling block, a snare, same thing. And the reason they make this cast so much, this is really put, is because they mistranslated it to cast and make it look like Messiah was out there fishing. When he was out there, what he was fishing for, fishing is not even a proper name, he was catching men. He was gathering the men that were willing to hear the word of God and do them, just like the devil's out there and his serpent seed are out there in the midst of the garden gathering people that are wanting to listen to him. And you're going to have to really dig deep to know the difference, because they all come in the name of God. They all pretend to be servants of God, all of them. Okay, so anyway, this is to put a stumbling block before the son Israel, to eat things sacrificed to idols and commit sexual no. First of all, look at these words. Why does this have 1, 2, 3, 4 words by this one word? This is when you know something's been tampered with. They're trying to give you the definition of what these words are, and both of them have been corrupted. This one is like you're cheating on. You're cheating on God, okay? This one is you're going against his law. You're eating something that's against his law and you're cheating on God. But let's take both of these and just do just a tad bit of research. So this is this word. What does that mean? Let's go look that up. Right here. Obviously offensive way, violating the law by refusing to comply. That's beautiful. That's it right there. That's it right there. So it's not eating food sacrificed to idols. And even if we take the leaven off this word, it's going to be, I think, adulterous, which is really adultery in Hebrew. Always trying to make stuff into a dang idol. I'm not even going to switch it because it ain't going to change on there. Okay, they're always switching blaming something on this heathen god, and they make up these things to confuse you and to throw you off of what's going on. Okay, just like they did in Isaiah 65:11 when they were eating fish. Okay, and then all of a sudden they threw a heathen god. They turned like from into a heathen god. Let's go back here. I already know. This is all this right here is like you are. This is like pretty much a whore you are, okay? You're cheating on God. You're doing something against the law. You're whoring on God because you don't know his voice. You have to know his true word, his true voice. He told you the scribes turned his law into a lie. In your Bible, books is what people hate to repeat. That's on the end of that word. But since the scribes didn't feed you that, you're not willing to dig and find out what it is. Anyway, this is you're doing something, you're eating something that's against his law, and you're literally whoring on God. You're cheating on God. It's way beyond just having sex with somebody you're not married to. That's what they want you to think because they that now no, I'm not telling you that's good to do. It's bad to do, but this is even more severe. You're cheating on God, okay? Let's go. Let's go right here. What happened? What happened when they got out of Egypt? Most High told them not to eat flesh, return to the ancient path, but they refused. Most High told them what their food was to consist of. Okay, return to the ancient path, but they refused. And they didn't believe him. And guess what? They got out of Egypt and they were whining and complaining like little heathen children, not good children, little heathen children that did not trust what their father was feeding them. Like as if the Most High doesn't know what's good for you. Oh, that's not good for us. We're gonna starve. I'm gonna lose all my muscle mass. Man, you better take God's recipe and trust him. So what happened to these people when they bitched and complained about what they were eating? Most High, cool, they're gonna eat meat, but guess what that meat's gonna do to them? Let's read it right here. The flesh, this isn't the meat. This right here is that same word where it says the swine. This is the flesh, not of flesh. No, the flesh, still between their teeth. Before it was chewed, the wrath Yahweh aroused against, or actually, this is like in the people, and struck Yahweh in people with plague great, very great. I would switch these words around. They're kind of the same. Okay, so that's what happened. And guess what? He literally told them exactly what was going to happen if they continue to eat flesh. First of all, it becomes like wine in your mouth. It becomes like a mixed drink in your mouth, and it makes you dumb. Not only does it blind you physically, your eyesight, it literally blinds your spiritual eyesight to where now you can't comprehend his word even when you read it. It becomes like mixed wine. Okay. It says this many places. So if they continue to do it, guess what? The land's going to become desolate, and eventually they're going to be eating their own children. And this is literally what happened to what after Balaam taught Balak. Okay, he put this stumbling block before the sons of Israel. You can go to Numbers chapter 22 to I think 26. It all started off with them sacrificing animals. That's how it started off. But it ended up with them eating their own children. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Same thing gonna go down. The land's gonna become desolate, and these people that are still so stubborn and hard-headed to return to the ancient path are going to eventually be eating their own children. Now, what did Messiah say, the one that was going to reveal what has been hidden from us? Did he say, oh, well, this animal's clean and this animal? No, what he said is not to eat things that have been killed, and also not to eat things that have been plundered. Well, how could you eat something plundered without being killed? Let me tell you how. Hannibal cannibal. I could literally take one of my daughters and I could chop off the arm, and then where their arm has been chopped off, I could sew that little stub where their arm had been up so they could still be alive, and I could literally barbecue their arm and we could have it for supper tonight, and not only could I eat it, I could feed it to them. Isn't that Hannibal cannibal? So that's how you can eat the plunder without it necessarily being killed. But you're not supposed to John chapter 6:27. You're going to have to dig into that, because if you read it as is, looking at the mistranslations that the scribes are literally feeding you poop, and you eat that poop, you're going to believe that poop. And if you eat that poop, you're going to become that poop. Somebody told me, if you are what you eat. In a sense, yeah, that's why we're supposed to eat the living word and believe it. Not eat the dead, not eat things that have been perished, that have died, not naturally, or if we kill them. And we are to eat his word. And his word never said this animal's clean and this animal. No, Messiah never said that. That was lies. And even back then, he declared that was a lie, and they had changed it. Go read Jeremiah 7 and break it down. Break every word down. Even in Psalms 50, like, Most High is literally going ham on these people that are offering him animals and mocking them, making fun of them. Okay? But then I'm going to tell you what they did at the end of Psalms 50, and this is not hard to research. They added, so at the very, he's telling you not to do these things, and then at the end he's saying, and then the scribes added, and then you could offer your da-da-da. That was added, and that's easy to research. Go look in Codex. It's going to be, I think, either a psalm ahead or a psalm after. There's just like one off, because they didn't add everything to the Bible. And then they didn't add the real to the Bible, but they added the fake to the Bible. So I think Psalms 50 only goes to, like, I don't know how many chapters, but the very end of that is just totally made up leaven. And I see this throughout the entire Bible. Leaven is everywhere. You thought that Paul was the only leaven? Well, so did I. We were both badly mistaken. This issue is not one easily found. This is why few, Matthew 7:14, are going to find life. What is life? His true law. His law, like, they weren't appreciating his word, so he hid the word from them. And only those that find that true word are going to have, well, I'm not even going to go as far to say that, but a lot of people aren't going to learn until that day of dark and gloom comes. That's going to wake people up. Now, you can learn now if you have the eyes and ears to learn now, or you can wait till that day of dark and gloom comes, and then you can stop eating flesh. But one thing I will tell you, flesh becomes as some kind of mixed wine in your mouth and makes you dumb. It makes you dumb, okay? Let me go to one more thing, and then I got to go skating. Okay, so, here's a good one. Let's go to Isaiah 11, 65. No, it's Isaiah 65:11, where they're eating fish, okay, but yet they hide the truth from us. So if you just read it as is, which is total BS, but you who forsake the Lord, who forget my holy mountain, who set a table for fortune and fill the cup with mixed wine for destiny. Yeah, they just, they just they just pull things out their butt. That's really what they do. These scribes literally pull things out their butt and feed them to you to get you confused, so you don't see what the issue is. The issue is what's on their plate. Those who forsake Yahweh, they forget the mountain holy. What happened on that mountain holy? They were eating flesh and died. That's what happened. Who prepare on this table. This is Gad. This is fish. Now, this is not fortune, okay? First of all, Leah named her son Gad because he was the color, I'm assuming white, like Gad, which is really cod. Because this word right here, let me show you. They're gonna feed you lies. This same word is fish, but now over here it means fortune and good fortune. Just lies. Anyways, this word can be a C or a G. This right here, this letter right here can be a C or a G. So it can be cod or gad, and actually even cod is from the gaddis, something species. This is fish, y'all. And if you really go research every place it is, they hide this from you. It talks about its eyes being, I think, like crystals, or it's some word I don't even know. but it definitely says eyes, and then gives a definition, and it tells you the color of this fish is white, and that's why she named her son Gad, because of his color. But anyway, you got to go dig for that yourself. Anyway, so let me show you what they did. They add fortune here because they don't want you to know this is the problem, is what they're eating. Okay? And who furnished from Mimi, and then they tell you this is a heathen god. Man, this means from. You know what? Let's take the original word. Let's take the original. They make me ill with this. They make me ill with this, and they do it all the time to hide what the real issue is. The real issue is what they're doing. But they want to distract you with, oh, they're serving some heathen god now, and they're making a drink offering to some heathen deity. Bull crap. They're eating fish, and it's becoming like a mixed drink in their mouth. Okay? And I didn't even check this word to say who furnish. That's probably a load of crap too, but I know this right here is a load of crap. Okay, so this word that they're telling you means a heathen god. Let's go examine this word, which means from. I think it's like from him, or they translate it all different ways. This is from, and I think it can be like from them or from him or from me or something like that. Let's get the leaven off of it, and then I'm going to show you how I research it. So let's get the leaven off of it first. Many. Anyway, so this is from. See this from of, they just pull things out their butt and feed them to you. It's not a heathen god, y'all. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's put the same word in, and let's just pull up 46 times. Now, this is supposed to be a heathen god, right? Total crap. Total lies. Let's pick one of these. Job 6:6. Okay, the same word is in Job 6:16. Let's see what it translates. I bet you it's no longer a heathen god. They just fed you that because they don't want you to know the issue is what's on the plate. Okay, so now they're saying the same word that means a heathen god. Now it means because, but yet they're giving you from as the definition. Anyways, y'all. So it would be something like, which are dark from thee, or something like that, eyes, and which vanishes the snow, something to that nature. Anyway, it's not a heathen god, and I'm not going to spend all day on this verse. I'm going to go to one more verse, and then I am out. Let's go to this one. Okay, this is what people that are eating flesh are. Most High is literally mocking these people. In these writings, Most High is mocking these people. Okay, who sanctify themselves. That means you're pretty much dedicating yourself and purifying yourself. So you think you're doing right, but it's not to the Most High that you're doing right for. Okay, so those who are dedicating themselves, I think that's a better word than sanctify, and purifying themselves unto the garden, which there's meaning behind this, after the ones in the midst. Who's in the midst of the garden? The serpent seed. Eating flesh. Not of swine. No, this is the swine and the abomination and the mouse, which is the Edomites, together shall be consumed, says Yahweh. Now, I know most people won't be able to comprehend this verse because you're not supposed to. If you're eating flesh, you're not supposed to, unless you really have a heart to do God's will and you're willing to give up everything. Okay, so I challenge somebody to show me where the Messiah taught the difference between a clean animal and an unclean animal. Meaning, show me where he said, well, you can eat this animal, but not this animal. Because he summed up the truth, and he was literally exposing the lies of the scribes when he lets you know what not to eat. You can't eat the dead. Okay, those things that have been killed. This is in John chapter 6, 27. Break it down. Stop going to the poop that these scribes give us to read. Not any of them are good. None of them are good. All of them have been perverted. Every last one of them. Okay? Stop doing that. Start digging. John chapter 6, 27. Okay, we're not allowed to eat things that are killed. And we're also not allowed to eat things that are plundered. That is what was in their cup. Okay? It's that easy, but I'm out.